Testing. All right. So, folks, as I'm sure you're well aware of from our last broadcast, I haven't been in City of Heroes because I'm working on this crap. And I have been working on this crap for a while. I thought updating my mods for next gen would be relatively quick, and then I started looking at some of my older mods that I haven't updated in years, and I realized I should probably update them. And it's been a while, and I've fallen down that rabbit hole hard. I have two main mods right now that I'm focusing on my updates for. One is Hunting Expanded, which conceptually isn't all that complicated. It's um, basically all of the meats that you get from killing stuff that don't drop double meats from the double meat book. I added a way that you can get double meat. Pretty simple. And then in the original mod, I added additional ways to cook and prepare meat. And I've been expanding that. One look and I yelled timber. Watch out for flying glass. Cause the ceiling fell in and the bottom fell out. I went in so I started to shout, I've been hit. This is it. This is it. What have we got? Well, we've got raw bacon, which you can just do as meat prep. You can just take the whole meat and strip it up into raw bacon. We have bites, which are basically cubed meat. Green and blue polka dot sky. Flash, bam, alakazam, and goodbye. I have royalty-free music playing in the background. That's what you're hearing. So I've got the bites. I've got the whole meat, which in the original I just called whole. I renamed it to cutlet. You've got the ground meat version. And I still need to add meat strips. So, let's cover the basics. You kill a monster or whatever, and you get a cutlet. From that cutlet you can prepare the raw meat different ways. You can make bacon strips. You can make, well, we're going to be eventually adding is just well, you can make bacon strips, then bacon strips. You can make cubes, or you can make I think it's or you can make ground meat, ground beef. From those four options of different rare meats, you can then go on to make different things from them. For example, you need ground meat to make a patty. You need raw bacon to make cooked bacon. You need the diced bites to make the bits and the kebabs. Jerky is also made from the bacon strips. You can make steaks from the whole meat. And you can make strips of meat from the whole meat. So, yeah. Now, right now, everything's basically just copy and paste. It's a lot of the same effects. But I also have this, which is my notes on all the special effects to add to all the meats. That's going to take a while. And I'll just throw this out on the screen as well. I'm still not done with the meats, because before I'm done with this thing, I'm going to add specialized meats for Mirelurk hunters. Because we have the Mirelurks, we have the Mirelurk queens, we have the softshell Mirelurks. So I'm going to add Mirelurk hunter meat because they're a different breed. They're lobsters versus crabs. theoretically, I should add ones for the hatchlings, but really the hatchlings are supposed to be growing up to be either one, so I'll probably leave the hatchlings alone. They got the Mirelurk King, which is a completely different beast from everything else, so it's going to have its own dedicated meat. And since I already have mystery meat for humans, tainted mystery meat for super mutants, and synthetic mystery meat for, well, synths, I'm going to add ghoul or irradiated human meat. But first I need to get all of these other categories done. We're going to have meat strips, and as you might notice here, soups and stews will be on the menu. So this is more of about adding the meats to a combination with like vegetables, the fruits and vegetables you can harvest. And that's just this one mod. My mother mod. Let's see if I can find it quickly. This one, armor materials resorted, which does like what I did with power armor ages ago. And yes, I'm gonna have to go back and do an overhaul of my power armor mod. But yeah, what material armor resorted does is it kind of reorganizes all of the upgrades and gives all of the armor all of the upgrades, so not just like some armor just doesn't have upgrades. So, for example, I take shadowed out and put it into paint, so being shadowed isn't like an actual upgrade, and so that means that combat armor lost a rank, so I have to add rank 5 combat armor, and then we basically have these 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 different subcategories that are available on all of the armors. And so every set of armor, arms, legs, torso, and head, will have composition. Composition will be composed of lighter build, ultralight, sleek, aerodynamic, and weighted. Treatment, which is padded, dense, lead-lined, asbestos, muffled, and braced. Device, which is the biocom thing, which does the chem duration. The pneumatics, cushioned, strengthened, and custom fit. And add-on will have pocketed, deep pocketed, stabilized, brawling. Paint will have shadowed. I'm also going to put, as you might notice here under treatment, though obviously I want to get all these things done before I start adding new ones. For anyone who's using additional, additional energy damage types, I'm going to add in a section for cryo resist, poison resist, electric resist, energy resist, and just like straight old normal damage resist. So, and the way I've also set this up is so that if you wanted to go full stealth build, you could get a stealth upgrade in every category. That's why sleek is here in composition, which is movement speed while sneaking. Why muffled is here in treatment, which is reduces your detection. Biocom doesn't really have anything. If anyone comes up with an idea of a stealth device mod, let me know, and I might put under consideration. Same thing with add-on. The one you could argue that stabilized would work better for stealth because it improves your aiming. And of course, paint has shadowed. So if you did a full stealth build, just as we are right now, you could have sleek, muffled, shadowed armor. So that's another thing to dig into. Now, of course, a lot of this, the ones that already exist, it's pretty simple. All I had to do is go into here and be like, hey, aerodynamic, instead of being lining, which I just renamed a keyword to composition. Let's find a different one. Asbestos. So it's okay. Instead of asbestos being underneath the mist category, it's in the armor treatment category. I just had to go into the object modifications and modify them. The annoying part is over here in the direct armor edit, which I did keep as a separate file. This is because once the Robco patcher is updated for next gen, you won't need to run this. You won't need to run this file. This file is an optional in case the Robco patcher is down, like it currently is. If the Robco patcher is up, um, you just have to run. You just have to have the main file downloaded because it'll already include a Robco patcher INI file, which will basically do the same thing, which is for all headgear, I remove the eyes and the headband slot, so you can still wear glasses under your armor and a headband. For all armor, um, basically for basic and then for basically everything, you'll notice down here that I added the add-ons and devices keywords because everything else is the same keywords. I just renamed them a bit. And I made sure that all armors had all of those keywords. So, like for example, the DC Guard armor had none of the keywords that you specialize on other armors. You can see some of them don't have any at all. So there we go. I went through every piece of armor and added those tags. And another thing that I've been noticing as I've been doing my play through the game to make sure everything's stable, and it is, it's been actually rock solid stable, is where is it? I need to do a tweak to my Vault Suits mod where I upload that. Um, it's not this one, but let's just make sure there isn't anything particularly broken in there. Hello? Gotta love it when my headphones just die on me. So yeah, where was I? Yeah, so I've got the armors, like I said, have to be heavily reworked. I've got simple recipes, which probably doesn't need really much work. Bullet hell legendaries, need to find a way of getting them into the legendary index. Since I'm probably not going to do too much with, the guy who did the fixes for it, I'm probably just going to make a note on my page. Hey, look, he did some really good work on my mod that caused so much drama that I eventually just gave up on updating it. Because he did some really nice work here. And yes, I could fold those things in. And I might fold in some of them. I mean, he took these wigs here are work that I already had done, but I hadn't updated because again, I got so much drama when this mod dropped. And there are definitely ways that he's implemented this mod that I am not a fan of. But yeah. Like, where is it? It might primarily just be this one. But what I'm not a fan of is all of these synths are now spawning with Wastelander gear. Because the idea is they're supposed to be Gen 2 synths, just Gen 2 female synths, which means that they're discarded synths. They're not supposed to be doing they're not supposed to be doing full infiltration because they very obviously are synths. Like they kind of stand out. So I might remove that one from there. I'm still on the fence on if I want to just fold these changes in, because he's done a lot of changes, and I gotta respect the guy for putting all the work in. But yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, he's even created voice flags, probably through AI, but he still did the work. I feel kind of bad taking his work and just folding it into mine, even though the entire reason that he made it is he contacted me and said, "Hey, look, I know some problems with your mod. You mind if I fix them?" So yeah, go ahead. Because I kind of got scared off by the community basically biting my head off about it. There's the other one I wanted to talk about. This is another one that's going to require a little bit of work, but not as much as the two big ones I told you about. Where's the other one that needs fixing? This is more of a side project. There are 3 separate mods at this point that add the Chinese stealth armor. There's the Creation Club and 2 separate Nexus mods. I want to get the 2 separate Nexus mods and then compare the Chinese armors and then make patch like this a scaling stealth effect, which I have done for Chameleon to them. So no matter what version of the Chinese armor you're using, you'll have advantage of the scaling stealth. Now, if you don't know what scaling stealth is, I did this for the Chameleon effect, and basically what it is the better you are at the stealth perk, the better your Chameleon works. So if you have no stealth perks at all, you basically have the standard effect. If they are sneaking and like not moving, then activate Chameleon and they go and vanish. If you've gone and have, so stealth field, stealth sneaking. If the subject is moving and sneaking, if they're moving and sneaking, that disables the Chameleon effect. If they have sneak 0, if you have sneak 1, then what happens is as long as you're not running, then you're gonna gain like if you're walking or whatever, as long as you're not running and you're sneaking, you'll be stealthed. And the idea is I want to I should have it somewhere else here, but the idea is the more levels of sneak you take, the better it is. So like for example, you could be running but not sprinting. You could be sprinting and stealth. And the idea is that if you've got maximized stealth, then you could basically run Chameleon constantly as long as you're sneaking. You could go sprinting, whatever. This is another mod I'm playing around with, legendary effects. So what I wanted is I wanted legendaries to be a little bit more interesting than just the effect itself. I wanted legendary weapons to be something you wanted to hang on to. Now, granted, if you're using a mod, they can swap legendaries around, but generally speaking, if you've got like a crappy legendary, you you just vendored it. The idea here with this mod is that if you get a legendary, any legendary at all, it's going to be better than a base gun. And so what I've done with this is, now I'm still tweaking these values to get the best result, but the idea here is that a legendary weapon will have increased range, increased damage, decreased weight, decreased reload speed, and decreased action point cost. Basically, a legendary weapon, any legendary, even one not suited for a particular, like if you got, say, like Troubleshooter, which is good against robots, even against regular humans, its base effects would be better than a non-legendary weapon. And so, like, even if you don't get a benefit of the legendary effect, using a legendary weapon of any kind would be better results. That's kind of what I wanted to do with is like encourage people to have legendary weapons, even if they're not the most useful effects. Now, granted, in some cases, it's kind of hard to get around the legendary effect. Like if you get a medic gun, you're not going to be using that as your primary weapon, no matter how good its base stat modifications are, because the entire point of the medic's gun is that when you shoot somebody, they get healed. So using it as your killing weapon, where is it? I am not finding the mod I want to talk about in this sort of overview. Then there's, of course, yeah, my automatic mods. Just remove the discrimination on automatics. The Gorski mag, rebalance. That just changes the Gorski mag to a completely different effect. The Gorski mag, I'm probably going to do a couple versions of this, let people choose which one they like best, but the entire idea of the Gorski mag is that instead of getting directions to Diamond City, the Gorski mag gives you, in this particular version I have here, you produce a radiation aura. That can be good, that can be bad, but it's the thing. It's just you produce a small amount of radiation at all times. At all times, yes. Basically, like you yourself are glowing ghoul. Where are you? Modular base vault suit. Modular vault suit. Yes, modular. This is the one that I need to tweak and tinker with. Because what's happening, I'm finding, is that, for example, when you go to Vault 81, it is spawning with the various stats here, which are, normal to be expected. Yeah, this one's gonna take some tweaking. Actually, can I do it right now? It's the idea. Testing, 1, 2, 3, good. Make sure my mic hasn't died on me again. Alrighty, so they should all have the same stats across the board. Ah, that's 75. 81 child. Now we got 75 to 75 and 75. And then 75 dirty for the regular one. I'll have to regenerate all the NPCs though, which is always annoying. But that's why you do mod testing. So we've got 95 here. And 95 here. And 95 here. $114 here. And $114 here. And $114 here. We just did 81. We did 75. Just did 95. Do 101. And 111. Where are you? Oh, 111. dirty texture. So those now match. We've got 111 done. Got 81 done. Got 75 done. 95 done. 114. And we did 111. 18. 118. Clean textures. Yeah, it looks fine to me. And that just leaves the Vault 88 jumpsuit. See, the big problem I was seeing was once I started going to these other vaults, they all were wearing the 111 suit because they were all just defaulting to these particular things. And now I've fixed them, so I should be able to, when I get back into game, see them all working right. 88, 88, 88. Yeah, all right. But that's what testing is for. All right, hunting expansion. Said we were gonna do one more strips, right? So let's see. Go over here. What do I want to use? The reference. I'll use a jerky. And when I copy is enough, right? I want to copy the new record into prefix that should be removed. Prefix that should be added. We're going to look at so now we do a sort by editor ID. And now I have to go through every single one of these names and rename them. So that's going to be strips. This should be the last of all of the meat types. From here, I need to make all of their constructible recipes, which isn't relatively hard. And then once I finish all the constructible recipes, then I have to go through here, organize them by type of animal, creature, and standardize their stats adjusted for the types of meats. You know, some things might last longer, some things might taste better, whatever. Some might have higher stats. Like if, you know, a basic version gives, say, +1 perception, then like the more, you know, focused designs like jerky, I would see might have like one of the lower stat bonuses, but it lasts a lot longer. Uh, bacon might give you like a shorter duration buff, but its effect is increased. I have to figure out all the logistics of how the meats break down. Again, if you have any thoughts, let me know in the towel section. You know, a steak is a nice big full meal, so itself would probably give you a nice big buff. You know, what does a patty do? What does, say, like a Mirelurk patty benefits versus like Mirelurk steak? That type of thing. I got to figure out when we get to all the cooked stuff, like what are its big Why does my mic keep doing that? That is so annoying. Maybe because it's not detecting any audio coming in. There's some more royalty-free music queued up.
Why does the sun go on shining? Why does the sea rush to shore? Don't they know it's the end of the world? 'Cause you don't love me anymore. Why do the birds go on singing? Why do the stars glow?
Pull up my text document because once we're done with this, but we only have a few more to rename, the next step is we do a little bit of tweaking, a little bit of work on the armors. Three more left.
I can't understand. No, I can't understand how life goes on the way it does.
Last one.
Why does my heart go on beating? Why do these eyes of mine cry? Don't they know it's the end of the world? It ended when you said goodbye.
The first object modifications. So over here, we'll go with combat armor.
It ended when you said goodbye.
I never made the 5th type of armor, did I? Because this has material type 3.
If I had wings like Noah's dove, I'd fly.
You have material type 4.
To the one
So we'll go say armor, helmet, legs, arms, helmet, legs. Torso. I'm gonna go and say, what is this? Copy as a new record. Not a prefix. The suffix that we want to remove. 3, 4. Material 4. Let's see. Composite. Polymer armor. Just increase everything by 1 point. So that's our rank 5 armor. Now I've already done lighter build, ultralight, sleek, aerodynamic. So next up is weighted. Looks like I've already done weighted, and weighted. So that covers everything. It's got the weighted category. We've got the helmet, the legs, the torso, and arms already have weighted. Okay. So now I'm on to treatment, which includes padded, dense, lead-lined, asbestos, muffled, and braced. I don't think I've done padded yet. It would show up right here because of all the new stuff I've done. So let's go see. And the annoying thing is, once I'm done with combat armor and doing all this, they still won't show up in the game because you have to create the constructible objects for that. So first I'll create all the mod objects. Then I'll go through to the next armor, do all of its mod objects, then next armor, next armor, next armor. Then once all those are done, then I have to go into miscellaneous items to create the actual object that's added on to the armor, and that goes into your inventory when you pull pieces off. So I have to create all those variants for all those new pieces. Then once all that's done, then I have to go into constructible object and create a constructible object for all these new modifications. And then, and only then, when I've created the constructible object, will they show up in game. Welcome to the world of modding. And as exhausting as I may sound at times while I'm doing this, it actually does excite me. I love modifying games. I love coding and all of this crazy stuff. That's why I make mods in the first place. Is that I see something in the game that I'd like to tweak and change, and so I go and tweak and change it myself. Alright, so let's go find an example of padded here in combat. Padded in the torso. Now, is padded anywhere else? Nope, it is just a torso armor mod. So what I'll be doing is making a helmet and limb mod. Now I will show you how you make mods for different body parts. But a fun thing I want to show you is that technically speaking, you can make a mod that works for arms and legs as one mod, because there is a keyword that is just combat or whatever type of armor dash limb. There's also ones that say dash, arm left, arm right, leg left, leg right if you want to be on specific body parts. There's also just arms and legs. So depending on how deep you want to drill in on your modifications, you can do for arms in general, legs in general, limbs in general, or specific limbs. Now, simply because it kind of fits the framing that's already here, I'm going to be doing arms and legs and helmet as 3 separate entities. Now, I could just do helmet and limbs, but I feel it works better like this to do arms and legs separately, because then they can have slightly different values, which is typically how they're set up in here, is that the arms and legs have slightly different values, which is why they're not treated as all just one general mod. Alright, so here's my padded. I want to go and say, create a new record, combat armor, torso. Helmet, explosion 1. Armor materials resorted. A new record, combat lining. Limb, arm, explosion 1. Alrighty. So they now should have all the same stats. Now, all I need to do in here, since I already made like the changes to the categories and whatnot for padded itself, is I just need to match it to the same categories. So for example, if you look down here, MA combat armor helmet. That's all I need to do here to make it now work as a helmet mod. I just need to change the keyword. The same thing if I go like limb arm, I need the MA combat armor limb, arm, keyword. So you can see the process here isn't hard, but considering how many I have to do, it's time consuming. Now granted, I've been spending most of my time on the hunting mod, which as you can see is a lot more time consuming. But even this mod is time consuming, based upon just the amount of work you can see me doing. So, let's see, we did padded, dense. We'll do dense, sure, why not? Now here's a fun trick. Since they're both basically the same thing, explosion 1, explosion 2. Here's another shortcut you can do, because you can either explosion 1, explosion 2. What I can do is say padded, 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 as my legs, arms, and helmets, and I'm gonna go say, I want to change this to copy as a new record into, and what I want to remove is the 1 at the end, the suffix, replace it with a 2, and go here, padded, 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 and dense. Because yes, padded and dense are both explosions. I go say here, drag it across. They're now using enchant object mod 2. They're both untreated. I can go say here, copy to selected records, because all the descriptions are going to be the same. Copy to selected records. I could do the same here, but something could get wrong, so I might as well do it manually. All of the target O mods are the same. They need to be. Weight's the same. Now, of course, I might need to look later on in Enchant Armor Explosion 2 mod to see how it's set up and see if it can handle stacking. If it can't handle stacking, I'll have to actually modify that separately. But for now, just get everything synced up and all the same, and then if anything needs to be modified further on after the fact, that's in our final stage, after we've got them showing up and being able to add them onto different pieces of armor. We've already done padded, we've done lead lined. We can do lead lined, yeah, sure. I don't see lead lined anywhere in the helmets. I could, yeah, I could do this tricky, couldn't I? I'm only seeing lead lined once. Here in the torso. Don't see it anywhere else. Is asbestos lining anywhere else? I don't think so. I don't think muffled anywhere else. I think it's just, well, no, muffled in the torso. I think it's, well, muffled's in the limb. There's an easier way to do this. So the limbs and the torso have lead lined. So I just need to make lead lined for the helmet. Actually, is this just general limbs? We just need to just do it for the helmets. Yeah, so that works for arms and legs. There's an example. Lead lined works for the torso and the arms and legs. So I just need to make a version of this for the helmet. So I can go say here, let's go with the limb version. Copy as a new record into. All the stats are where I need them to be, so I just need this. Make it easier on myself. I have the combat armor helmet. So now we've got the lead lined helmets, arms, legs, and torso. Asbestos lighting. Again, I can make my life so much easier if I just go here, name, and yeah, it's only in the torso. So again, I'm going to use a little bit of a trick to make this go a little bit faster. I'm going to go say I want the legs for aerodynamic and arms for aerodynamic and helmet for aerodynamic. Copy as a new record into the suffix I want to remove, which is reduce power attack. Add a new suffix of flame resistance to armor materials resorted. It didn't quite work, did it? I can tell from here. There's something weird to the file name. Yeah, reduced power attack. Easy enough to fix though. what I wanted to do anyway. Just copy all the stats across. Flame resistance. Flame resistance. Flame resistance. Keywords and loose mods all updated. And we've now done asbestos lining. We've done lead lined, done asbestos lining. The next one is muffled and braced, but since we've already got asbestos done, I could add in right here now, cold, because all I'd have to do is has keyword lining flame resistance. I would have to make a new keyword, and of course, see that the damage type here is DT energy. I'll leave it as DT energy because if you're not using the different damage type mods, there is only ballistic damage and energy damage. But I will make a patch for this version, which will tweak it so that it's fire resist. Actually, you know what I will do? What would be the better option? I can add the fire resist right here, right now. It won't do anything, but it will show up in game. And yeah, I think just what I would do is with the multiple damage energy patch, I would remove the reference to DT energy. There we go, DT fire. And I will go and add in the other ones right here. I might as well copy as a new record into. Cold resistance. Asbestos, 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 and asbestos. Those are all in the same categories here. I'll tweak the has lining flame resistance later. It's not relevant right now. Yes, that's right. We're calling it the winterized lining. And full. And there it is, DT Cryo. And while we are here, we can do the other ones. We'll just keep going with flames. Flame resistance. And we're going to say elect resistance. Do it again. Poison resistance. Yeah, we're going to cover all the damage types today. Energy resistance. That's generic energy. And one more. Ballistic resistance. There's flame. We'll start with poison. 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 That's 4 of them. Good. What would we call this? If it's doing poison, it would be ICROBR, microbial? Microbial lightning? That sounds like it makes sense. Copy to select records. And reduce energy damage. And poison resistance. Copy to selected records. Microbial lining. We'll do electric next. Electric number 2. Electric number 3. Electric number 4. What should be grounded. Apparently I can't spell the word resistance to save my life.
I think that chest must be heavy from the cross in your neck. You're only wet 'cause you're wary of what comes next after your death. Don't think I didn't notice. Ooh, oh, oh. Don't think I didn't notice.
that's generic energy there. What do we want to call for energy resistance? Refractive. What about refractive lining? We're going to call it reduce energy damage. We'll call it superior reduced energy damage. And then we only have one left, ballistic. Ballistic.
Wait for them to ask you who you know. Please don't make any sudden moves. You don't know the half of the abuse.
Let's see. Do we want to call this just Kevlar lining? Yeah, that makes sense to me.
Please don't make any sudden moves. You don't know the half of the abuse. Welcome to the room of people who have rooms of people that they love one day docked away. Just because we check the guns at the door doesn't mean our brains will change from hand grenades. You'll never know the psychopath sitting next to you. You'll never know the murderer sitting next to you. You think I did not get here sitting next to you. And after all I've said, please don't forget, all my friends are heathens, take it slow. Wait for them to ask you who you know. Please don't make any sudden.
So yep, all we have left is muffled and braced. Then we're on to devices, then add-ons, and then all the armors are done. Whew. Let's pop into the game for a bit. We have been streaming modding for an hour and 12 minutes. Or probably more like an hour and 8 minutes. So yeah, that's what I've been doing every night. Spend about an hour tinkering around there, working on my mods, and then jumping into the game to clear some quests and stuff like that, and generally make sure that the mods haven't just immediately broken the game, as well as seeing for anything else that's not working right.
Hey there, friend. Preston Garvey, Commonwealth Minutemen.
Well, nice to meet you, Mr. Garvey. I'm glad to have the Minutemen back.
Don't worry. That's what the Minutemen are here for.
You know what I call a good day? One that ends without an empty stomach.
Yep, the Forest Grove is where I want to go next. But also, while I'm here, because it should have already spawned. I'm well past level for the alien crash site to be here. I might need to install the mod that makes the alien crash site a little bit more distinct, because it absolutely should be here. Plus, of course, the Creation Club removed it when they added the Zeta Arsenal. Pretty sure I've gotten all 4 weapons. Ah, no, I see it. I see ya. That's where he came in. That's the crater. Whoa.
I want this place searched top to bottom.
Nice.
This way.
Lost track of how many blisters I got.
Is this a dam that I haven't activated yet? I think it is.
That should take care of you. Just take that medicine, and the swelling should go down in a week or so.
Sure thing, Doc. Thanks.
Goodbye. Not many doctors around these days. Should let me take a look at you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. See what's wrong with me, Doctor.
Go over your symptoms with me.
You don't have cures for chem addiction, do you?
You're strung out, all right. I got something that can clean you up.
I'm addicted to cat eye. That might also cure the illnesses I have as well. We'll see in a
Done.
moment.
Now, was there anything else bothering you?
No other complaints, honestly.
That was it.
All
I
right.
heal
Don't
myself.
ruin my hard work by dying out there.
Nope, didn't cure my, that's annoying. I might see if there's a way to fix that. This is the lock, isn't it? It's not the actual dam. Yeah, I've been here before, I'm pretty sure. Ah, well. This is where we need to go to Forest Grove. I gotta find where the other, dams are. Or turn on the dam mod. I found one randomly when I was doing my earlier sessions. But I don't know where they are now. I really just need to get a mutated fern. Which should be here somewhere. I see some.
Kill them all and let God sort them out. Time to hit the showers.
Yeah, that could be more than enough. Let's see. It's a bit far. I mean, really, anything is a bit far, but no, might make the most sense to save that for the trip back. I have to make my way back to Sanctuary eventually, and there's something in Concord I need to do, so I kick those two off. You know what? Where is it? Where's Drinking Buddy? Turn that one off. Nothing I have to worry about at the moment. Yeah, go to the one to the south, swing back up north, clear those two. Grab that. And I'm heading south. Swing across. Well, no, I think I just clear those two and then head up north on this side of the map. And then at a separate time, I will clear these other things down here on this side of the map. Anything else of interest on the top of the map? I do need to visit Greentop Nursery. I need to kill Captain Jensen, talk to Guard Captain, clear the East Enclave camp. So a couple of things left on the top of the map to do. And Covenant, of course. So yes, let's go and say... set... yeah. Place marker.
Got this.
Now the fun part. you can see, with the current gear I'm wearing, that orange suit, I'm immune to fall damage! Now, here's a fun fact for all you people out there. Do you know how agility and endurance affect your action points? So, agility affects your action point recovery rate, endurance, in fact, affects your action point burn rate. A thing I've always done since early on in my Let's Plays of Fallout 4, I've always hung on to a 38, a pipe gun, because 38 ammo is the most common ammo you will ever find. And so, when you run out of all other ammo, you always can find tons of 38 ammo. And so I always have an upgrade, a 38. Because it always gives me something I can work with. Now, yes, I am running in survival, though heavily modified survival. So yes, I still have to eat and drink, still get the infections and all that fun stuff. But I can save because I've been able to, because it's Bethesda, and it's modified Bethesda, so I enabled the saving. And I enabled one other thing. I enabled the ability to fast travel, which I don't, because, you know, this isn't a serious game. This is me basically making sure that everything's stable. And so that's why I'm not too worried about it. Normally I would just have fast travel disabled like normal. But I do have it enabled so that I can pop around to bases, make sure stuff is showing up in the menus, testing, stuff like that, without wasting much of time going back just to see if a mod I've changed has properly propagated into the right areas. So it's mainly there, not so much because I want to cheat, because I have all the other stuff enabled. Heck, I have damage multipliers on so high that, yeah, a couple of bullets will kill anybody. So, where is the estate? It's gotta be around here, right? Yes. Also, let me tell you, doing an idiot savant run certainly makes things interesting. Since, yeah, I ain't hacking any terminals like at all. Not even gonna try. I've got hacker 0. I do have master picklocking though.
That's
Ah!
Watch your step, unless you want to go for a swim.
there we go.
Is that your
Well, you seem like the bigger threat. Alt tabbed out of the game. Wow, I finally got some chameleon gear. Or rather, chameleon armor. I already had chameleon under armor from, well, just random wandering about, actually. Still, this is the longest time I've actually gone in a game without actually having chameleon armor spawn as, like, armor. Surprising. Got like 3 mighty 10mm, which is just amusing.
Keep your head down.
Maybe I'll switch back to the gun. I may have health regen from Life Giver and Ghoulish, but still take the hit. It hurts. Ah yes, the super mutant scrapyard. No, absolutely not. No. Absolutely not. Your head go by. Apparently not. Really cannot get a beat on that Primus.
Looks like it's geared up.
Whoa. Nope, 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 nope. Was not ready for that.
Contact Julie.
Oh boy.
Think there's anything valuable more this junk?
Yes, Preston, there is. I've pretty much grabbed everything I care to grab. I do still need to do those things. Might as well. Just clear everything off the lower end of the map. Do that and that and that. Yeah, I can do. I think I can blitz through all that stuff. Leveled up yet, have I? No. I'm very close, but not yet. Ah, crap!
Is that the best you can do?
Crap, 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 crap.
Nothing to worry about.
Ah. Told ya. Damage has been multiplied. Significantly. If you're not ready for it, you can be. Oof.
See how your shell stands up to it.
Poor Sentinel cannot target things that small. That would make the most sense, probably. Yeah. Use the program's radio frequency to track the AI. electrical hobbyist shop. Oh, of course, way over there. We'll do it on our way back. Now, Tomatoys is there. What is the best course of action? Yeah, I think... Yeah. Go to here. And then swing up to Jamaica Plain, over to Shaw, packages at Fallion, over to here, then swing up, and that will mean that next time I'm on this side of the map, the only stuff in this area will be, yeah, pretty much just like kind of this stuff here. I need to go, yep, that direction. Well, it's gonna be the first big test of my immunity to fall damage.
Nuclear protection. Nuclear protection on a budget.
I forgot how busy Fallion can be. I can't tell where they're shooting me from. This area is just way too much chaos going on. Is that a rad storm coming in? That's a rad storm coming in, isn't it? I think that got him. I think that got him. That's not good. I'm definitely gonna have to head back to base and restock soon. I am running out of ammo.
I hear something.
Oh, I think I know where I need to go. Yes, it's nothing. Relax, super mutant. It's not anybody in the area.
I'm here.
October 22nd, 2077. So this is before the bombs fell. I called the mall today to ask when I could start working my Santa gig. They gave me the runaround, said they weren't going to have a Santa at all this year, but they called me if they need me. What a bunch of crap. I called Tommy and he said the real reason they didn't want to hire me was because I always smelled like whiskey, and that I took this whole Santa thing a bit too seriously. I've been the #1 rated mall Santa in the Commonwealth 3 years in a row. You know why? That's my dedication. People don't come to see Santa, they come to see me. I've been training all year for this. I'm going to march down there in full costume tomorrow and give them a piece of my mind. Remind them why I'm the best. October 23rd, 2077. So, it was what, the 31st to the 30th the bombs fell? Holy crap, they actually did. They dropped the big one. I came down here to lay into the office manager about firing me for my Santa gig, but just as things were getting good, warnings came over the radio and the whole place started shaking. I shoved everyone out of the way and locked myself in some kind of concrete storage room. Kept hearing commotion outside, but I'm not moving a muscle, so I know it's safe. So, this is post-war. Still same year. Been almost 2 months since everything fell apart. I've been surviving off of leftover bits of food here in the mall and laying low. I've gotten hit with some radiation because I've developed some kind of rash that's getting worse and worse. Hands are starting to look like cooked meat. The weird thing is, I feel great. Better than ever. Some idiot tried to break in here to steal some food, but I bashed in his head with a plastic candy cane. I can't trust anyone anymore. And I mean anyone. Building practically a fortress, so I'm staying put. Santa's workshop is what I'm calling it. Christmas is almost here. Feel the joy in the air after you killed the guy. Number 20th. That is what, 100 and, what is that, 8 years later? 7 years later? 107 years? Something like that? How the hell have I lived so long? It must be destiny. Been 107 years of Christmas. I am truly the one and only immortal Santa Claus. And that's another, what, 103 years? Super mutants just took over Phalians. I normally shoot anyone who wanders through these doors or stick my boy Rudolph all them, but I know better than to fight those things. Had to move out into the loading dock behind the building and hope they eventually leave. The garage is no place for Santa Claus. Santa needs his workshop box. Need a plan. Well, clearly you found plenty of whiskey, Santa. I mean, do I want to do Shaw High School with my ammo limited as it is? I kind of want to. I kind of want to clear. Well, honestly, I want to clear this entire section here. These 4 things, just so they're off my map. Though at some point, I really do have to go down to the Automatoys. I would like to clear these 4 things, just so this section of the map is clear, and I really just have the congested area here, and a couple of random spots here. But I am running so behind. I probably should just turn a bunch of stuff in to Diamond City too. Do I have a blowfly gland? I do have a blowfly gland. I mean, I have a ton of stuff I could turn in. The Shaw High School. And I know Shaw High School, while not one of the biggest maps, can be a bit annoying. Yeah, well, screw it. I'm not completely out of ammo. No, Shaw High School, I know you well. Person.
Got it.
Oh wow, I actually managed to get it luckily. Oh yeah, Principal Butt-Toot. Good old Principal Butt-Toot. So, long story short, Shaw was having issues with their grades. So, Principal Tanner basically contacted one of the troublemakers, said, hey look, I am going to give you mentats, give them out to all the kids, so that our grades improve. Standard test, skyrocketed school year. And the kid wasn't very smart himself, but he started taking the mentats. they were being given to everyone else. He got smart. So now we had a troublemaking kid who was smart, smarter than the principal. And so he decided to blackmail the principal. And, well, I'm not quite sure what happened. I'm not sure if the principal killed him, they just had a fight, or what. But, yeah, see what I mean? Mentats for all the kiddies. Well, the high school, I guess technically not kiddies.
Another glorious day in the U.S. Army! Rage!
Against the machine? I mean, if you want to rage against the machine, go ahead. I don't think it'll go that well, my friend.
Go ahead and hide, little bleeder!
I have a bright, like, amber flashlight on, dude. I'm not exactly hiding. Now, I will admit, I am scared, because you can kill me real quick,
Waste my time!
but I'm not exactly hiding.
Don, what is it?
Oh, that's just me talking to my Twitch audience. And my YouTube audience. And the people who watch the vids, the VODs.
Huh?
Looks like
No
we've
fight
got our work
today.
cut out for us.
What? Come on! Let's play!
Where?
I am super mutant! I am unstoppable!
I mean, given all your friends are stopped, I'm gonna say you're stoppable. Just gonna say. I feel you are stoppable.
I'm gonna feast on your flesh, human!
I mean, if you want to feast on my flesh,
Now I'm angry!
you kind of have to, you know, show up.
Let's get out of here.
Where'd you go? Huh? Gonna find you? Gonna kill you!
I mean, you say that, and yet I'm not exactly being stealthy here.
I can smell you out there, little sneak!
Sneak, I'm standing up straight with my gun out, roaming around with two guys in power armor, stomping around behind me. I'm hardly sneaking.
Let's play, little human! Do it or scream! Scream for mercy!
Probably not. I mean, I'll scream in terror if, like, a suicider shows up, charging at me, and I have no room to dodge. Not
You
so much
see
mercy.
me, human? This is death!
Oh, really? You're death? I thought I was death. Do you have the Grim Reaper sprint perk? I haven't picked that one up yet.
The Commonwealth is ours!
You say that, and yet you're still hiding from me. While I'm stomping around rather directly.
Only one of us survives this! And it won't be you!
I mean, I think that's a bit of an overstatement. Pretty sure I'll survive. But with, you know, being able to reload saves.
You
But you
humans
can't.
made us! Now what, scared already?
I mean, not really.
Gonna find you soon, human!
Better go and do that.
Wanted to fight?
Is that an actual kid down there? And here we go, the master plan. As I predicted, Tanner leaves his office door unlocked when using the restroom. I was able to sneak in, make a pressing of the key in play. Requisitioned in the art department yesterday using my new key, entered his office, used his terminal, found his stash of Mentats, also read his log and verified my theory he's using. Raised text toward increased school funds, pocketing most of it. Now I have what I need. I've arranged a meeting in the library room with Tanner. I'm doing most of the hard work. Why shouldn't I benefit from the cash flow increase? Finally, I'll be able to buy that telescope I've been wanting. What?
Keep your head down. Sure, that was all of them.
Well, that's pretty much everything on this top level.
Oh, what's that?
So let us go back to where we were before and see. Not there. It was a classroom over here. One with the hole in the floor. This one, yes. Yeah, it's actually a dead child. That's up to here. Nothing particularly of note here. That has to be from the mutilated mod, which adds all the extra dead bodies you see hanging around. Because I can't imagine, I don't think it was, definitely not in the vanilla game. I can't imagine any of my other mods would have added random dead children. Out to the main hall, isn't it? Yes. Give that a moment. Terminals are locked. Easy. Ah.
I'm through.
Back to the main hall. If I get over to the library. This is where the last guy is, isn't it?
Something's out there.
I see you. Wasn't watching, and I'll keep that in mind. Pitched Pilgrim MK. Do I have any grenades on me? do?
You can't hide forever!
I mean,
Is that someone who needs me to kick their ass?
that slow-mo reload fire. Get out of line of fire. That's not good. Gets me again, I am absolutely 100% dead.
Running while living the pain a lot longer. That's how we do things in the U.S. Army. Ugh.
Why do they have IVs? The library. Scrap. And scrap. Yeah, sure, why not? Even the book return terminal is full of mentats. There's our haptic drive. More mentats.
Perfect.
Nobody deserves them.
And why don't we hear what happened from the boy's own mouth, shall we?
All right, Burton. I'm here. Hurry up. Out with it. I have a lot of plans for this summer, and none of them involve chatting with you.
Why, Ronald, I'm hurt. Skipping the fun tree and getting right down to business. And after all we've accomplished together this semester.
For the last time, you little snot, it's Principal Tanner.
Fine, Principal Tanner. I'll make this quick. You've been giving me mentats to distribute to the students quietly and under the nose of the faculty. I have. Because of this, test scores have skyrocketed. The school board has noticed. You received quite an increase in funding, but the faculty doesn't know. No one here knows except you. And now, you've been skimming off the top and pocketing most of the funds. I want 50% of what you're embezzling. We'll go to Superintendent Marcello with this.
What? How did you... When did you get so smart?
You've been giving me brain pills every week. What did you expect, you pathetic little man?
Well, so what if it's all true? No one's going to believe you. You're just a kid, and I'm the principal, and more importantly, an adult.
Oh, I think they'll believe me, Ronald. Especially after they hear you admit everything in your own words.
What are you talking about? Wait. Is that a holotape? You son of a...
See, we clearly they had a scuffle of some kind, but how it turned out, we don't really know. You know what? I should end the stream here. 2.5 hours, an hour and a half in the game. I got a ton of stuff I need to sort. I need to repair Preston's armor. I need to get more ammo off of my ammo supplies. Yeah, okay, we'll end it here. This is a really good spot to end it. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed seeing the work that takes to make a mod. And it always feels weird to do like mod production streams because they're not really popular. No one seems to care about making mods, and I get a handful of people who do. So I mean, let's be honest here. You look at my channel isn't exactly a top 10 channel anyway, so I don't know. I guess while I'm still working on these mods, I'll do a few more of these streams so you guys can see the process, see what it takes to make mods. If you have any questions, of course, just put them in the towel section. I mean, I do this stuff for fun at this point. You know, I have a full-time job. So, I never made it to be a top YouTuber, so I don't make a living off of YouTube. I'm not even monetized. So, ironically, I am monetized on my Rumble. But I cannot seem to find up a way of setting up OBS to stream to Rumble. But I have my Rumble set up so that once I post stuff onto YouTube, it pulls it from YouTube and uploads it onto my Rumble. So, it all ends up on my Rumble anyway. Rumble, of course, being right down there, at the bottom of the screen, along with my Discord and my charity merch store, which I don't think I've talked about for a while, but we'll do it for an ending point. So my charity merch store is 50% of the proceeds, 50% of the profits, specifically, go to charities related to different things on the different shirts and whatnot. So, with all that said, I will see you guys all next time. And of course, we'll open up with mod creation, mod development. Peace out.